Masimo, you are dealing with the patient non-invasively. Okay? Right. First of all, here is our screen, which is called root. We have 4 types of modules, and according to the modules and type of sensor, you can get a lot of information about your patient. So here is the power button, just one press. It will turn it on. And here is our first module, which is called Radical 7. Here is the power button, just one press. And now the machine is turned on. But generally, in order to measure any parameter, you will be in need for 4 main things. Sensor on the patient to capture the signal, and cable to transfer the signal. Module to translate the signal. Here is a module, here is a module, here is a module also, and here is the 4th one. Okay? So, module to translate the signal and screen to display. Okay? And according to the type of module, there is a type of a sensor. For each module, it has its own sensor. Okay? Type. First module we have, it is pulse co-oximeter module. And the sensor is like this. This is the pulse oximeter sensor. All of our supplies or all of our sensors are disposable. One patient use. Okay? Hi, here is the first one. Try to be sure that you apply the sensor at the right way from the first time and all the time. As long as you apply the sensor in the right way, you will get a very good signal. It looks like the satellite dish in your home. If you position the dish in the right way, you will have a good signal to see what is going on in the TV. If it is moving a little bit left or right, you will lose the signal. So the same concept with our sensor. Right, here is the best application, the best sensor application. You have 2 points here. The white one is called emitter, and the black one is detector. So the emitter is above the nail, and the detector is below. Simply. Okay? Then connect the sensor to the cable. Now the sensor is getting the signal. The cable will translate, it will transfer the signal. Okay? Transfer the signal, and here is the module which will translate the signal. Type. The display of this module will be in the first part of the screen. It's called rainbow. Our sensor is called rainbow sensor. Try to deal with the screen as it is your smartphone. It is totally touch screen. Now when we apply the sensor, we notice that the pulse tone is a little bit high. So you can reduce it by pressing the speaker here. Here is the alarm tool, alarm volume. You can reduce it or increase it. Here is the pulse tone. You can decrease it a little bit according to your convenience and save any changes. Okay? Right, go back to the main screen. What parameters could we see in the pulse oximeter, the sensor here?
SpO2 and heart
Exactly.
rate.
SpO2
And heart rate.
and heart rate. What else do you expect? We have here what is called the diffusion index. Diffusion index is the relation between the arterial blood to the veins. Or in other words, the relation between the pulsatile blood to the non-pulsatile blood. So as long as the number of diffusion index, as much as it is 1 or beyond, it means that I have a well-perfused patient. Clear? One of the most challenging situation with the patient when you are getting information from the pulse oximetry. If the perfusion index is low, it means that the signal is weak, so the information will not be reliable.
More than one?
More than one. One or above.
More than
Low?
if it's low يعني abnormal يعني.
Exactly. If it is less than one, it means that I have low perfused patient. I need to have the perfusion index 1 or above. So now I'm 2.9, which is more than enough. Type, okay. Here is also one of the most important parameters we can get from the pulse oximeter from Masimo, which is hemoglobin concentration. So you can have a look at your patient hemoglobin concentration continuously and non-invasive. No other company
nice.
can do this but us. Okay? Also, we have what is called methemoglobinemia. Do you know what is methemoglobinemia? It is the non-functioning hemoglobin. Sometimes the hemoglobin molecule gets some deformity which will not be able to drop the oxygen molecule to the tissue. Okay? Also we have BVI. BVI, it is Blood Variability Index. It gives me an indication about the fluid status of the patient. Sometimes I see the patient looks hypovolemic, but the hypovolemia is coming from the volume or from the heart. So this number can summarize the situation about your patient. If the case is belonging to the volume or the heart. If the number is 14 or below, so the patient is full of fluid, no need to fluid. But if the number is above 14, means that the patient is hypovolemic and he will be responding to fluid induction. Okay, clear? Type. But BVI, do you have
pediatric ward?
Pediatric ward? Okay, so ward. So you don't have intubated patient here.
But some of the nurses will be other section that's all from pediatric wards.
Nice.
That's why we do supply all of them.
Right, but I need to mention here on the BVI or the parameter representing the fluid status, the patient should be under mechanical ventilation in order to rely on this number. If your patient is not under mechanical ventilation, so forget about this number. Okay? He has to have continuous breathing cycles. Okay? Right, and here is what is called trend area.
Yes.
Trend area, it is the place when you can have a look at the trend of each parameter. Yeah, let's say for the hemoglobin, I can have a look at the hemoglobin trend. If it is increasing, if it's decreasing upon bleeding patient, if I have a bleeding patient, I need to have a look at his hemoglobin concentration. If it is decreasing, I should to go for blood transfusion. And on the other hand, if I go for blood transfusion, how many units should I go for? So I can go for blood transfusion until I see that the trend is going up. Okay, so it helps me when to start blood transfusion and when to stop blood transfusion. Otherwise, I will go blindly. So I see the patient bleeding, so I go for blood unit. Let us have other blood unit, but let us have the third one to be in the safe side. And once we get the EVG or send the sample to the lab, I may find the hemoglobin concentration is increasing progressively without need for this. So it can give me an idea about what is going on with the hemoglobin concentration. Okay?
So we avoid the overcorrection in this situation.
Exactly, exactly. Right, this is the first module we have. We have also the end-tidal CO2. But you said that your patient is not intubated, right? Not
Yes.
intubated.
But you can show us.
Yeah.
It will help us.
Right,
If we
okay.
are going for an
Nice. You have here 3 boards. It looks like USB board or HDMI in your TV. So this is our first external module, just connected to one of those. You will see the screen will be separated. Here is the new module that we just attached, which is called capnography. And here is the sensor. But we call it here adapter. There are 2 types of carbon dioxide measurement. The mainstream and the side stream. This one is side stream, which takes a sample from the exactly, which take a sample and analyze it on our machine. This one should be like this. Once it is green, it means that it works well. And look at the graph upon application of the adapter to Can you see it? It is very well known. Did you see it before? The capnograph? You see it before? Right. Okay. The normal range of carbon dioxide, which is called end-tidal CO2, it should be from 35 to 45 milligram
HG.
millimeter mercury. Okay? This is the normal carbon dioxide. If it is less than this, it means there is something wrong with the patient. If it is exceeding 45 millimeter mercury, it means that there is something wrong with your patient. So, and this would be very beneficial in early detection of deoxygenation. Okay? طيب. The third module we have here is called O3 module, which measure the oxygen concentration in the brain. Sometimes when you have a very low perfused patient, it will be hard to capture the signal from the pulse oximetry. Sometimes some very famous cases like cardiothoracic surgery, for example, the patient is on bypass, so there is no blood-style blood. So there is no information about all of those precious information would be lost. So in this case, I need to be sure that the oxygen is delivered to the most vital organ, which is the brain. So how can we do it? As we did in the last one, just connect the module to the screen until it has a specific place here. Here is called O3. This module is called O3, so here is the O3 module. Okay? We have to in each sensor you will find the best sensor application from behind. Okay? Let's take this one. The sensor is applied to one of the brain loop.
Wait. Dapat dry.
Ang model.
Ikaw na. Inaantok na ako. Bilis. Maglulupot na ako.
Once you apply the sensor, it is for only one loop. So we separate it like this and have it like this. Away from any hair or anything which can
Maano tayo niyan sa lahat ng materials pag maubos, no? Tingnan ko kahit sa work.
So the normal range of the pulse scope, so pulse
Ayun na,
oximeter
sorry.
it is 90 plus because it is the oxygen concentration of the arterial blood. But in this case, it is the mix between the arterial and venous. That's why you always find it between 60 and 80. If it is less than this, it means that the oxygen supply to the brain is less than what the brain needs. And if the number is exceeding 80s, it means that the oxygen going to the going to the brain will not be consumed well. That's why it is coming back again with the veins. Okay? So the normal range is between 60
to 80.
sometimes 55 to 75 or 80. Less than this, it means that the patient has something wrong, and above 80s means that the patient has something wrong. Yes, exactly. Any parameter.
كميات كثيرة قلب
لا هو continuous reading. يلف لا. طيب in order to change the parameter modules display, just press on the setting here, go for the layout and ask for what is available layout. In this case, here is how can you use the modules distribution on the screen. So in this case, I can see that
Which pattern you want to
The format.
this one is good. And save.
pattern?
Sorry, okay.
Parang format or
So
template.
here is the left loop. It mentioned left. Okay.
It's on the left side.
Yes.
But the machine is not smart enough to recognize it in the left side. It depends on the inlets here. Okay? So now you can measure here that it's one, the port number 1 and port number 2. So whatever you apply with your patient, you need to be sure that you are using the right place. Just press it, go for site selection. Now the sensor is number 1, is located on the left side.
Number 1 here. Located on the left side.
But if you need to change it, if you apply it
Right.
mistakenly on the other one, and you there is no need to move the sensor and put it here. You can exchange it from here, or you can exchange it from here. For example, here we have sensor number 1. Okay, I need to put it in the right side. So I just press the right side. Okay? any changes, you should put okay to save your change as you used to use your phone. طيب okay. طيب just have it bigger. Here is what is called trend area. Okay, so you can press any button here. You have a vertical blue line showing the time and the readings at that time. Okay, so if you press any button here, you can find the readings upon time. Okay? Right. If you would like to do something with the patient and you need to record it for your
Next shift for the other nurse will take your place.
for example, you have a bleeding patient and you go for a couple of blood units to transfuse, and you need to mention it here just for your coming nurse for the other shift in order to be aware what has been done with the patient. So you may use this flag saying I am in the whatever ICU, for example, and you do with something interventionally with the patient, which was blood transfusion, for example, and save it. Okay? You will see if you press it here, you will see blue line, which will vanish a couple of seconds later. But if you record what you have done with your patient, it will be in violet color, which is permanent. Just to press the line, it will give you the time and the action taken with your patient. And this line will not be vanished at all. You can go back up to 96 hours on the screen. Look at the time down. Is moving back. So you can go back until you find this violet lines. Once you see it, it means that there is something happening here. Let us have an idea about what has been done. At that time, blood transfusion has been taken place. Okay? If you see something interesting in the screen, you need to discuss it or to show it to your manager or to your colleagues. You can have a screenshot like this. 3 fingers from the right side to the left side. Okay? It is simple.
Where can we find that screenshot?
Nice. I know this is a very interesting thing in all the machine. Once I explain what technology we have, it's okay. Once we reach the screenshot, this is the common question. Okay. So the internal memory of the device, it can record up to 20 pictures.
Okay.
So if we go for the second one, you will see here it is 2/20. So I have a capacity of 20 pictures. If you'd like to have it in your own USB flash, for example, bring this flash, put it in your PC, open new folder, name it screen_shot, all small letters. Okay? And once you put it here in the USB board, it will drag the photos, the picture in your flash automatically. There is nothing to do with this. Just remove all modules. It should be done when there is no measurement on your patient. Okay? Got it? Any other question? The technology is very simple to apply. لا أي حاجة.
وما ينفع تشوفه من هنا.
هم؟
ما ينفع تشوفه هنا سكرين شوت، لازم تشوفها على
لا مش هينفع تشوف. تمام؟
question.
طيب.
Do you have for
ماله برينتر؟
نعم؟
برينتر ما فيهوش برينتر.
لا بيتوصل بلوتوث
excuse? Do you have for the ECG leads?
This is the only thing we don't have. We have also the blood pressure, the temperature
Yes.
probe and the blood pressure cuff as well. This is what we have done recently.
But you have for BP,
Yes.
for blood pressure. This monitor is you can use by neonatal, pedia, and adult. There is settings for that one.
Yes. There are pre-settings for each patient. Look at this one, it is adult here. And this color is blue.
Blue.
But if you change it like this,
Yeah.
pediatric for example, look at this color. If you change the setting,
Green.
it will be green
For pediatric.
and the main screen as well. If I have a neonate, the color will be different also. That's in order to be sure that
وجاب النورم عشان يجيب
أيوة neonate.
لأنه النورمال رينجز بتتغير من
الله ينور عليك مظبوط.
In case of code, there is button to press for code blue
No.
because from previous we have this monitor. We can code has code blue and we can count how many minutes already and seconds.
Well, actually, regarding this type of discussion, we have a very advanced communication system in our technologies, but I'm not sure if we have time to talk about it now.
زي اللي شرحت لكم اياه third party.
Exactly. So simply, if we have a lot of technology here, we have a lot of technology here. Here you can connect up to 4 different type of devices, whatever it is, cardiac monitor,
IV pump, perfusion.
infusion pump, anesthesia machine, ventilator, whatever it is. Each hub of this device can be connected with 4 other type of machines, and somehow it is connected on the let us say in the system of the hospital, where you can, if you have any kind of notifications or alarms, whatever is coming from our device or the other device, it can be
كان
collected.
ريسيف من البي سي مثلا.
It can receive in the PC, on the screen, on the phone as well, on the email,
Pager.
on the pager.
This can be used by portable without plugging.
Yeah, can be removed
This
yun.
oximeter module
Yes.
can be used portably. Just remove it,
But ang fast lang.
because this
Oo,
will
oo,
charge.
pero yung
But
monitor
not the
wala.
monitor.
Oo. Naalis,
The
di ba may
monitor
ganun yung maliit, natatanggal
You
siya
can use it,
as
but
one
it's very the main cause of this monitor is to be attached
together.
to other modules, which most probably using for the intubated patient,
Yes, more
which
on
is cerebral oximetry and end-tidal CO2. But if you would like to go after the patient,
because case transfer.
Oo.
We have this case transfer. Then we need to ship the patient. We need
Mhm.
monitor. We can detach this one. We can just
you
bring
can
the whole
detach
set.
this one.
The white only.
The
that's
white one only.
Yes.
The lifespan for that one, how many hours?
What?
Lifespan
The
of
battery life.
That is
If it is fully charged, it can be working up to 4 hours.
4 hours. So it should be always
Ala to plug.
charging.
Yes, always. Yeah, just keep it on the
Plug.
yes. Backup what?
4 hours. That is the 4 hours
Because
thing.
most of the car plug.
Oh no, just keep it on
Always
the.
plug.
No problem. Will
Yeah,
not
like-
be damaged.
Yeah, like other device. Always a plug.
Always plug.
It will be working when the charge.
just ما في بطارية
لا في بطارية.
في
الكار بطاريته يشتغل فترة.
اه يشتغل لحد 4 ساعات.
There is a battery and there is a stand for this route, so you can move it, but with no AC, it will work until 4 hours.
هو جاي معاه تقول لي
دي ما تقول لي
يجي مع ستاند كارد.
لا دي بس demo unit just to show you what we have and according to your
Interest.
consumption interest we يعني we discuss it later.
ايوه
نتقابلنا تحت قبل كده فاهمني؟ تحت المدرب بتاعنا.
تقريبا جيت قبل كده عشان بعرض حاجات مسيمو وكده قلت لك المستشفى بتاعك
ايوه
البروفاك المسيمو وبتاع ودي عارفه
ايوه
ساعتها في عندنا
Oo, wait lang.
Ayun.
Nag-uusap pa sila.
Fine, okay, so any question here? It is very simple to apply, it is very simple to use, and at the same time you could have a lot of very important information about your patient continuously, non-invasively. It can help you take the right decision at the right time and all the time.
ناخد الجهاز بس طلعنا سفرية زي ما طلعت زمان.
يا باشا